There's no way possible a player from the 90s is going to be better than a player from 2056. Like, it's just not going to happen. The evolution of basketball is not going to allow that to happen. It's just impossible. It's going to be much more basketball that's going to be played from the time now to 2056. So a player from the 90s who had less time to elevate his game and learn more about the sport of basketball is no way near going to be better than somebody from the 2050. Like, it's just not going to happen. It's only greats of eras. So if you take nothing away, keep that in mind. Now tuned into the greatest.
The Run with Manny Wilson podcast. The best sports podcast there is.
Yes, sir. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Run with me, Manny Wilson, all the way from Detroit to Chicago to your speakers and headphones. And this is the best sports podcast there is. Now, look, man, we have the NBA season coming up soon. I know it's been going for a minute, but I just need to clear the air of a couple things because we're not doing this again in the midst of greatness, in the midst of history. We just can't do it. We can't allow it to go down. So because of that, I'm calling all LeBron fans, I'm calling all Kobe fans, and all Michael Jordan fans, and anybody, and just basketball fans in general. You need to hear me and hear me clearly. Listen up, because it's time. It is time we start respecting greatness. We're done giving the slander to all the greats who have contributed to the elevation of this game. But it's time to respect the greatness. Because why is it whenever there's some sort of immaculate accomplishment that somebody's about to achieve, or some sort of a history that a great player is about to achieve, we immediately look the other way and we immediately look for some hating shit to say. Why is that? What's up with that, man? Because we got to get rid of that. LeBron has an opportunity to do one of the greatest things ever, and which is literally a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity this season, which is to break Kareem Abdul-Jabar's all-time scoring record in the NBA. Literally no other player has ever came close to touching this record. But LeBron, he's definitely going to accomplish it. I want to let you know that right now. All he needs to do is just average simply 16 points per game through the whole season, and it's done. He's gonna pass that record that Kareem has right now. And if he averages 30 like he did in the last season, then he's definitely going to pass it, and it's projected that it's going to be passed midway through the season, around the 49, 50 game mark, if he averages 30 points per game, which is very possible. Last year, we seen him average 30 points per game, and he did not look like he was slowing down at all. So it's going to happen, and you have to face the reality that it's going to happen. But instead of hating and saying, okay, well, LeBron, he's not really the best scorer. I still take Mike. I still take Kobe. I still take KD. Nah, he can't really score like that. I don't really care with it. He ain't got no move. Instead of talking all of that trash, just acknowledge the greatness, damn it. Acknowledge the greatness. We literally will probably never, ever, ever get to witness something like this again in a lifetime. This is literally a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for viewers and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for a player. Literally, some people didn't, even adults now, they didn't really get a chance to watch Kareem. They didn't get a chance to watch Kareem like that. And if they did, Kareem was probably already halfway out the league anyway. So they caught the old ass Kareem Abdul-Jabaar, not the prime Kareem, not the prime Skyhook, no. And then kids nowadays, they probably never even seen a Kareem Abdul-Jabaar highlight, truth be told. So to hell with all the slander, to hell with all the excuses of what other players could have done. You have to just give credit to LeBron for being able to be in position to do something this great, man. Clearly, it's a lot more than just scoring when you put it to that. It's so much bigger than just scoring. It says a lot about his durability, his availability, and his ability to win, damn it. Like, you don't get to this position of being able to become the all-time leading scorer without winning games? You think that's seriously going to happen without playoff runs year after year? I didn't even mention, LeBron is already leading the playoff in points, like all time. So you mean to tell me that, okay, well, yeah, LeBron is luck, it's fluke. Oh, he played in the league so long, that's the only reason why? Yeah, no, he's also a winner. Let's not get it twisted. LeBron is also a winner. You don't get there by losing all the time. You can talk about his finals, whatever, but you still had to get to the finals. You still had to score and you had to win ball games to be able to get this far on the scoring total. So I'm just saying, respect the greatness, damn it. That's all I need. That's all I need from any NBA fan coming up this season is to simply respect what we are about to watch. I don't want to hear no slander. When it comes to that time where he's about to break that record and he's 2 games away, respect it. I don't want to see extra MJ highlights down my TL. I know how y'all get down. I don't want to see extra Kobe or KD highlights down my TL. I know how y'all get down as soon as LeBron start having a little bit of success and start accomplishing things that's great. You need to embrace this, literally, one more time, and then we out of here. One more time, and then we out of here. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Hear me and hear me clearly. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and we'll probably never, ever get to witness something again until maybe some people might not even make it to ever see another great basketball player as good as LeBron. So we just need to embrace this, man, because it's immaculate. But anyway, last thing for here and there, we're going to move on to some Lonzo Ball news and much more. But there's only greats and errors. All right? That's the last thing. It's only greats and errors. There's no way possible a player from the 90s is going to be better than a player from 2056. Like, it's just not going to happen. The evolution of basketball is not going to allow that to happen. It's just impossible. It's going to be much more basketball that's going to be played from the time now to 2056. So a player from the 90s who had less time to elevate his game and learn more about the sport of basketball is no way near going to be better than somebody from the 2050. Like, it's just not going to happen. It's only greats of eras. So if you take nothing away, keep that in mind. But anyway, we got some Lonzo Ball news coming up and much more about the Philadelphia 76ers. So hang tight and we will be right back. Now, you know, just because you're busy doesn't mean you got to be stressed. I'm crazy busy right there with you, but it can be easier. Next time you're on a run, just make it more fun and listen to The Run with Manny Wilson. Tuned into the greatest.
The Run with Manny Wilson podcast.
The Run, the Manny Wilson podcast.
The best sports podcast there is.
Yes, sir. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Run with me, Manny Wilson. And we have some news for The Run today on September 29th, 2022. And first things first, with Lonzo Ball, his injury is not going as expected, unfortunately. And he says he will undergo surgery. But here's the latest update directly from the source himself. Here's what he had to say when talking about his knee injury.
What exactly happens when you try to play basketball, or have you even tried to play basketball?
Yeah, I literally, I really can't run. So can't run or jump. So there's like a range from like 30 to 60 degrees on my knees bent that I have like no force and I can't catch myself. So until I can do those things, I can't play. So I did rehab. It was getting better, but it was not to a point where I can get out there and actually go out there and run at, full speed or jump. So surgery is the next step.
You mentioned.
So, yeah, I wish Lonzo Ball the best in terms of being able to recover from that injury, man. The Bulls are definitely going to need him. So that's a little tragic for them to hear that Lonzo Ball is not recovering as planned. Unfortunately, now, why would we give a clap for that? Come on now. Come on now. That's sick. But anyway, so to move on, for Thursday Night Football, man, the Dolphins, they play the Bengals tonight in Cincinnati for Thursday Night Football. The Dolphins are 3-0, and the Bengals are 1-2, getting a win last week. Now, I'm going to give you my predictions. It's not going to be this episode. You'll hear it before Sunday. That's all you need to know. But you'll hear the predictions. But for this one specific game, I think we're going to go ahead and give it to the Bengals. I would like for the Dolphins to win because I really want to see Tua's success. He's a young quarterback. I mean, he has a lot to prove this season because people were kind of doubting him and claiming him to be out. It was a lot of speculation on if he could hold up this weight and hold up his toll of the bargain with this team on his side. So I want the Dolphins to win, but just speaking from a reality perspective, I think the Bengals are going to take it. All right, now, how many of you have ever, planned something out to a T? You plan exactly what's going to happen. You plan out the exact move, but it goes completely opposite of what you were planning. Like, say you go home from work, you like, all right, man, bet I'm about to grab me a smoothie, and then I'm gonna watch me a movie when I get home. Nope, you're not doing it. You get off work, Smoothie King is closed. Or you say, I'm gonna take my dog for a walk. Such a nice day. I'm gonna take him at 5 p.m. 5 p.m., nope, it's not happening because it's about to be a thunderstorm. It's already pouring outside. It's just not gonna go down. It happens all the time because things don't happen the way we want them to, just like we project oftentimes. And even with the NBA Media Day, I've seen a lot of things like that going on, and I think that's definitely going to happen because I've seen some of the most beautiful paper rosters that I've ever seen in this season. Ahead of this season, you got the Lakers looking amazing on paper. You got the Clippers looking amazing on paper. The Nets looking amazing on paper. The Celtics, Warriors, Bucks, Philly. You got all of these teams looking beautiful on paper, right? But that on-court, that paper game plan does not always translate well on court. That's just how things go. Because how many times have we seen the opposite happen? Kyrie Irving with the Boston Celtics when he was there. James Harden with Brooklyn when he was there. Paul George and OKC when he was there. Great paper rosters, but it did not translate to the on-court chemistry as well. Now, when we talk about translating things to the court, one of the teams that's really under the radar right now is the Philadelphia 76ers. And yes, it's true. I don't think the 76ers can win with Doc Rivers as a head coach, but ultimately, I say they're one of the underrated paper rosters right now because their game is going to translate well to on the floor. They got PJ Tucker this offseason and Montrezl Harrell this offseason. And while those guys may not be marquee type of names, they know their role. You know PJ Tucker is coming in the game doing exactly what he does. He's coming in to play defense and knock down open corner three-pointers. He can guard 1 through 5. So whoever you need to be guarded, just send PJ Tucker on him and he's going to slow him down. Even if the guy still gets 30. Even if he still gets 30, it's not 50. It's not 40. A person can only do so much by himself. But PJ Tucker, we know what kind of ball defender he is on ball. He brings a toughness there as well that's definitely going to help Philly in terms of bench production and just having those scrappy type of players. And then you move on to the next guy, Montrezl Harrell. He's the same way. He's not guarded 1 through 5 as flawlessly, but he's definitely guarding those paint guys. He's definitely getting big down there in the paint, being the bully, bringing some attitude with those paint guys. And that's what you need, that toughness. And regardless of who they bring off the bench and who's starting and all of that, it's going to add more depth to this team. So I see Philly, they had from the pickups they made, those guys that they picked up are the easiest to translate from the paper to the court. Because I really want to believe that, oh yeah, the Lakers, their roster is stacked. They're going to win it. Or maybe the Clippers, they have a stacked roster. They're going to win it. But I'd just be playing a fool if I believe that. Personally. Me personally, I just can't get caught up into all of that hype of, okay, yeah, they got John Wall and all these other guys. No, I'm personally looking for what paper roster will translate on the basketball court as easy as Philadelphia. And right now, a lot of these paper teams and a lot of these stacked teams are still not going to be able to beat the Bucks or the Warriors. Yes, they may have the paper advantage, but these teams still have the same teams that they were winning with year after year. Only thing that's a pivotal point for them is the health. And assuming everyone's healthy, they're not going to beat the Bucks or the Warriors. Philly, still not going to beat the Bucks or the Warriors. I think they're a damn good team, but it's just not going to happen. My thing is, in terms of underrated teams and teams we're going to watch, Philly has to be on that spectrum. They have to be on alert because they have pieces that are easy to adjust with. They're easy to play with. They're guys that don't need a lot of attention and guys that don't need a lot to play on the court with and still have success. So I'm looking forward to it. And again, I'm really looking forward to it. Philly, I'm not by any means a fan. I still think they need to let go of Doc Rivers, but they have some sort of advantage when it comes to stars and being able to translate from paper to on court easily a top tier team in that factor. And because they got Embiid and Harden seems to have lost weight as well. So, hey, they might be looking a little scary. But anyway, man, no, that's all we have for you today, man. I greatly appreciate you hanging with me. Be sure to send this to a friend, an uncle, a cousin, a brother, a sister, an auntie, a coworker, anybody who you know may like sports, especially if I talked about their team today. So you definitely got to send this to them. But anyway, be sure to follow us on Twitter at The Run Podcast. You can follow my personal as well at I am Manny Wilson. It's the same through Instagram and Twitter. All of it is the same. So until then, we will be back later on this week, and we definitely still going to give you those predictions. Those NFL predictions. I didn't forget about that. You'll get them before Sunday, so be on the lookout for that as well. The episode is coming. But until then, we will be back later on, and so on, and so on, and so on.